Hey everyone, this is Soul, still at the in-laws place, probably for the last weekend, and welcome back to another episode of Warcraft Weekly, the show that just hit 30,000 subs. Yeah, break out the tequila, you toilet YouTube watchers. It's time for some celebration. Hey, whoa, why so glum, Bob?
I think it's high time you start paying back the loan I gave you to start this wretched channel.
Dude, what loan?
You know what I'm talking about, 2016?
Are you talking about when I needed change for the vending machine?
Pay up, bitch. You still need to make my Bob Beats track.
So, while I scrounge up all that YouTube money, let's give thanks to the people who are actually bankrolling the channel, the patrons. They help me make sure that I can keep bringing you Warcraft news without the rage filter. This week's newest additions include... hey.
I'm scaring them all off until you pay back what you owe, you charlatan.
Oh goodness. Anyway, if you haven't heard already, the Shadowlands Alpha is just around the corner, I think. Before I go any further though, let me talk you through how to opt in for the Alpha, because since Battle for Azeroth, it has changed. And I never found out until like this week. Thanks, Wowhead. First thing to do is to click the link in the video description and the pinned comment to go to the WoW Shadowlands website. Or depending on where you live, just look up WoW Shadowlands in your favorite search engine and click on what is likely the top link. Once you're at this page here, scroll down until you see this section to join the beta. Make sure you're logged into your Battle.net account and click. Then, join the many thousands of us as we check our clients for an invite and rage on Twitter as we see the people we hate get in. Or worse, see the people that we hate troll us by making us think they got in. Bastards. This round of alpha testing hopes to be as interesting as ever, as we start closing the door on an expansion that, despite my personal enjoyment, has left many prominent and vocal players dissatisfied with some of its major features. The primary critical takeaways from BFA assert the following: that players want alts, and thus want alt-friendlier systems that are not like Legion Legendaries, or Azerite Essences, or Allied Race unlocks. Also, players are tired of the so-called infinite grind, goals like artifact power, corruption, and titan forging that are nearly impossible goals to reach before the next season, and then those goalposts are pushed back once again. And Sylvanas is still alive. At least at first glance, Shadowlands seems to offer fewer systems that will have us running in so many different directions, but said systems, the roguelike Tower of Torghast and the Covenant progression trees, bring the promise of quality over quantity. You know how I've been obsessing over horrific visions. My hopes are that Torghast brings what's great about them, as in the self-paced challenge for you and up to 4 other players, and it smooths out what didn't work as well, such as having only 2 map configurations, and admittedly the small pain in the ass it is to get more than a few runs in per week, per alt. It adds up, you know? Blizzard's also taken some big strides and big risks with alt-friendliness. Between the level squish, chromie time, and the so-called alt game plus, it'll be easier than ever to make your alts feel relevant, and the journey of your alts to Shadowlands ought to be much more enjoyable. The question remains though, on Covenants, the next expansion feature, the next gimmicky progression system that, and I'm sorry to immediately dent some of the hype, we're probably going to throw aside once Shadowlands is over. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe some of my own cynicism is leaking out, but enough of that. First, we need to contend with the incoming Alpha. This week, whispers and rumors asserted that the Alpha is coming. A false positive came in the form of a WoW Classic PTR, which is certainly interesting. There isn't too much to speculate though, I'll just talk about this for a second. I have serious doubts that the Classic team is developing, let alone testing Classic Plus or any sort of equivalent. If there is going to be a PTR for Classic, it's going to be for one thing: the AQ World event. Back in the day, it was celebrated as WoW's biggest event ever, bringing numerous realms to their knees and uniting entire communities to race to open the gates. In a WoW without sharding or layering, I think it's in Blizzard's best interest to hold a stress test on the PTR before the real stress test on live realms. Anyway, back to the Alpha. Reports later confirmed a second change on Blizzard servers that identified, yes, a full-on alpha build available for us to drool over because the whole damn thing is encrypted. Somewhere out there, there's a special group of people on the Friends and Family Alpha checking out the total dumpster fire that is the alpha. You know, barely playable, probably doesn't have paladins ready for testing yet. I doubt that they're having fun. I want to fucking test it. Ugh! I gotta say though, and I know that I'm being more ranty than newsy in today's weekly, but, well, I gotta say, we're hungry fans, aren't we? I'm definitely not talking about all fans, but, you know, us, you, me, people at home and on the toilet who are listening. We're a really ravenous group of people. Because the moment 8.3 dropped, and the moment we all got to watch that 10 or 20 second endgame cinematic that we didn't even get to fight for ourselves, we were like, oh, I guess we're done. What's next? When the interview with Millennium and Ian Hezacostas confirmed that there would be no patch 8.3.5, we were like, oh, well, I guess that's it. That's hella months of literally nothing to do. Part of it is, of course, because of our dissatisfactions with parts of Biffa, or all of it, but my point still stands. Look at us, hanging on to images like this that hint at what's new and what's, and we're absolutely salivating over this. It's not bad, I don't think. It's not unhealthy. And for those of you who are interested in seeing alpha and beta coverage from me, you will definitely get it. So make sure you're subscribed to both this channel and over on Twitch. The reality though is that when the alpha drops, our first look probably won't be at streamers that are in-game, but streamers who are going through Wowhead and data mined info. You'd think that the alpha servers would be functional, right? But you should know better. There's only one more big news bit this week, and it's not exactly Warcraft related, but it's a doozy. Activision Blizzard's media arm is working with Netflix to bring both the Diablo and Overwatch series to your TV screen. According to the LinkedIn profile of Nick Van Dyke, the president of Activision Blizzard Studios, Diablo is coming to Netflix in an anime-styled rendition and is already in pre-production. Meanwhile, an animated Overwatch series has been greenlit, but no other details are available for either series, like a date, what studio is animating it, if it's going to be rated for adults, and other details. But I'm stoked to see both of these games animated. It just obviously begs the question though, what about the Warcraft franchise? The Warcraft movie might not have been what we as fans wanted, but it's still the highest grossing video game to movie adaptation of all time, and that means something. I don't really expect the kind of detail that we've come to see in certain cinematics, but I would be super hyped to see a 10-episode series that retells the story of Arthas, or even an original cast and story that takes place somewhere at some time in the Warcraft franchise. But what would you like to see, if anything? I'd love to hear your thoughts in a comment below, and that pretty much takes care of the news. So, 30,000 subscribers, huh?
Yeah, that's a lot of fake accounts.
Welcome back, Bob. I have you to thank for all those accounts.
How about some payment that...
I said that by next BlizzCon, that I want to double whatever subs I had at the time, so it's a really long road to 50,000 subscribers. I mean, that's not really important. Before that though, I want to express my absolute unending gratitude for those of you who have been kind enough to press that little button and show your support, not just for me, but the video game that still keeps your interest, whether you're actively playing it or not. 30,000, I imagine, is no small feat, and it was a long road to just get here. I made this channel with a primary goal. It was to share how I feel about Warcraft, because more often than not, how I feel is not the same as how other more prolific YouTubers and streamers feel. I made the mistake once thinking that I represented a group of players, and I've learned very bluntly that I'm better off just representing myself, and it's up to you folks, the audience, to decide which one of us happens to represent you. But I'm a weird one, who likes Visions but just about hates Mythic Plus, who doesn't need to be the best, who doesn't care about an IO score, who runs a guild that frankly protects me from many of the things that you and other people don't like about the World of Warcraft, who doesn't know how to meme, who just wants to share opinions and ideas and discussion and my love for the game. I don't know if you see me as honest or genuine, but that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to show you, that I love what I love and I want to suggest improvements for what needs it. And I want to accept that there are some things that I'm just not going to like, but I ought to respect because, well, people feel differently than me. You folks have been letting me keep doing this for as long as I have. So I want your help more. Help me keep going by helping make me a part of everyone's Warcraft Digest. Spread the word. Share a few guides or some of the ideas that I presented. Help me get enough of Blizzard's attention so I can stop doing giveaways out of my own frickin' pocket. Or annoy people on MMO Champion by making threads that,
oh yeah, that Soul guy, he said this and that.
Embarrass me by getting like Perk and Annie to reach out for a Wowhead Weekly episode. Or make Bob like a household name. Or just, do what you do now. Say hi every now and then. Or visit me on Twitch or social media, because I'm always up for a chat. I guess we should celebrate a little bit though, right? So let's give away a copy of Shadowlands. Available for players in the US region, all you need to do is leave a comment below, sending your thoughts and prayers that I get an early alpha invite. I'll announce the winner in next week's weekly, so don't forget to tune back in, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. And with that, I'm out, folks. Take a deep breath and inhale Shadowlands and exhale Biffa. Okay, so we'll see what happens next week. Maybe I'll do a 5 Mask of Orgrimmar. That'll be exciting. Well, okay, Alpha. Right, Alpha. So I'll see you later. Until then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you, and stay breezy.